something good in everything I see. I believe in angels. When I know the time is right for me, cross the stream, I have a dream. It had to be done sooner or later, and today was the lucky day. That takes me back to the 70s and the lovely song, of course, by ABBA, I Believe in Angels, which I do, and I know most people that watch me do. I know that some people are still looking for evidence, and some people have only just found the angels. And I know that there are no limits to how far the angelic energy can reach. And there are angels that will help you with everything from the physical to the spiritual. And well, of course, that's connected, but everything in between. And I wanted to pick a card for everybody that's watching today. And the card comes from this beautiful deck here, which is the Lemurian Star Child Oracle by Leanne and Michael, who are a couple who live in Glastonbury. Cards are beautiful. It's a lovely deck, high vibration, bringing in the Lemurian energies, so important for the balance, the healing, the divine feminine, and the harmony, the collective working together, which is very much what the Lemurians do. And lots of us know about Lemurian crystals, helping us to connect to the Lemurian energies. And also, did you know that you can connect to the actual Lemurian spirits? And when you meditate or when you sit to connect to the Lemurians themselves, they will usually come in groups. They work as a collective, so don't be surprised if when you feel the Lemurian energy connect with you, that it's a collective energy. I have seen them very often and worked with them for earth healing in my groups and workshops. They love earth, and I know that many people who are watching will have been part of that Lemurian pool of consciousness and have those soul memories in their aura, and also would like to awaken that and re-establish the connection. So the card that I have drawn from the deck is a multi-dimensional. Well, we're all multi-dimensional, and the Lemurian energy is 5th dimension and above. So when you connect to it, your energy or any parts of your energy that might still be vibrating on a 4th dimensional frequency or clogged will be elevated and you receive healing. When I see the Lemurians come in, the Lemurian spirits, usually there's maybe 10 to 15, a group come in, and one will step forward at one time and then move back into the group, and then another will take the helm. And this is very much like birds in flight, when one takes a lead for a while, but in fact the energy is all working together, which would be a great idea for more and more people to do. And in fact, that is what happens as we raise our energy and we shift into higher and higher vibrational frequencies and consciousness of ourselves. We already exist on those higher frequencies. When that happens, we become more inclined to work with other people. This sense of competitiveness and separation begins to disappear because that only exists on the lower frequencies. So I'm going now to answer some questions because this is what I intended to do today. So these can be general questions, they can be personal questions, they can be any kind of questions that you like. So please do write them up and I'll say good morning and wait for some questions. Good morning to Carol. Good morning to Helen. Good morning, Sarah. Good morning, Karen. Good morning, Hazel. And good morning, Lulu. Nobody's writing me a question. Well, I can't ask myself a question. I think I'll just sit here for a moment then and play one of my Koshi wind chimes until somebody writes me a question up on my screen. Surely somebody has a question that they're going to ask me. Nobody has a question for me. Right, okay. Well, in that case, who wants a reading from me? Do comment. You need to keep commenting so that you roll up on my screen here if you would like me to come to you. Am I still live? Am I still live? Will somebody comment for me if I'm still live, please? I'm going to check on my mobile phone if I'm still live here. Oh, somebody has given me a thumbs up. Thumbs up, I'm still live as far as I can tell. And a little heart tells me that too. And 2 more hearts. Okay. Right, do comment if you would like a reading or if you would like a question answered. Hello, Hazel, who's just joined. Right then, let me see where I'm drawn to and I will decide. Hi, Karen. Okay, so my sense, my feeling here is I like to go to Helen Bird and see what I can pick up for Helen. It says on the top here, she's an anniversary follower, Helen Bird. So that means you've joined my page either last year or the year before on this day. So happy anniversary and happy anniversary reading coming up. So let's see now. I'm just bringing down the column of light around myself before I start reading. And now I'm searching for Helen's vibration with my mind and the collective energies. Okay, so I found you, Helen, and the first energy that comes off of yours is your energy, your mind energy, and I feel that's a busy mind. I feel that you have a busy mind, Helen Bird, and lots to think about, lots going on with you. And I also know that you're good at sorting other people's problems out. And also, Helen, I want to tell you that there comes a time when you have to make a choice about being really clear with other people about where you stand and how you feel about things. And my sense is, Helen, that you hesitate. Sometimes you hesitate on being forthright. So do try and step forward and tell people for your good and also for their good exactly how you really do feel about things and clear the air. All right, so Helen, that's what I want to say to you. I hope that makes sense. And do you know what? I'm also going to give you a card, Helen, from my unicorn oracle, seeing as it's an anniversary. There's a nice motherly energy about you as well, Helen, like you're very good at making other people feel nourished, nurtured. Your card then is trust. Leap into the unknown, have faith and move forward. Believe that you will fly. This is for Helen Bird. And I believe this relates to the hesitation that you've been feeling, because this word is given to me in my mind. Hesitation. All right. So I know that there's somebody around you that you feel anchors you, but the going's been a bit tough with them. So do bring things to light and bring things to head in a nice way. I hope that's made sense to you and it resonates with you, Helen. And I'm going to move on now and see where else I'm going next. Hi, Natalia. Hi, Cyan. Hi, Quarry. Hi, Lawrence. Hi, Sajid. Hi, Tony. I'm doing good today, Tony. I've been out in the back garden with my hands in the earth. I love the earth. So essential for feeling grounded and balancing my energy field, especially when I'm working spiritually. And thank you as well, Tony, for your energy and your vibrance, your light, which I'm getting a sense of. And also I'm coming to Tony. As I connect with Tony, there is a calmness that he gives out to other people. There is a reassurance in his energy. I feel that he looks after, is a well keeper, keeps people going, props people up a lot, actually, and also he does a lot of things without thinking of himself at all. And that's Tony's just talking about a general reading, okay, which is, I guess, where I'm headed, Tony. Your aura colours, I'm seeing a lot of blues, not just one shade of blue. I'm actually seeing the sky blue and the deep blue in your energy predominantly. Now the sky blue is your communication colour and teaching, and I think you teach by example. And this is where your spirituality comes out. You teach by example. And the deep blue colours are the colours of the introspection, where you take things in, you absorb them deeply and evaluate, you think about them, and you're very thorough. So there's a whole other level to you that not everybody is privy to, okay? Not everybody knows about this much deeper level. They perhaps see the buoyant, caregiving side to you, but I feel also you wouldn't want everybody privy. You would find it a little intrusive. I feel you need that inner space. It's like your inner sanctuary. Not everybody needs this, but a lot of light workers do. A lot of people who are on the spiritual path, and a lot of people who are determined to do good in the world and to help need their time out, because they are exerting their energy so thoroughly and so often. They need the time apart, the time separate, to recharge and re-establish their own energy. And in the times apart is where you commune with your soul, and of course your guidance and your inspiration and the inner riches that you have that are stored in your soul. And I want also to talk to you, Tony, about taking a leap of faith. I want you to take a leap of faith. And this is in the directions of your hopes and dreams. And I feel there has in your life been a sense around you for yourself that you've not yet mastered what you would like to. You need perhaps to remind yourself that each of us is a work in progress, and if we wait for perfection, that can never come, because even after we pass from life, we're still on the onward journey and moving forward, learning, developing in the ashrams around Earth and in the higher realms. So please don't wait until you feel you are 1,000% there in whatever your criteria is. It is important that you're flexible and you let go and you learn to not admonish yourself and to recognize the times in your life when perhaps you felt defeated were actually the go-ahead signs to sort out an issue and to really get to grips with why that's troubling you so much. And I think a lot of the things that have really troubled you stem from how people have acted, treated you, or spoken towards you that have cut deep. Okay, so you're dealing with the sensitivity that you have and learning to address it and to manage it. And this is why you are so empathic. Of course, it's a gift, and it's sensitivity and empathy are not something that we can really learn from somebody else, shall I say. It's inherent, or you have slowly developed it over many, many lifetimes, and you might be working on it in this lifetime. But if you already have it, you've earned it, if that makes sense. So it is a gift, but one which needs TLC and handling carefully. And I also feel, Tony, that you're very grateful. You have a lot of gratitude for your life, and you feel many things are a bonus in life, and it's good to hear good things, true things about yourself. Believe it, Tony. When somebody gives you a statement of gratitude, a compliment, accept it, believe it. You need also to draw in and accept and not just give. So I'm going to leave you there, Tony, with that, and hope that it's made sense to you. And I'm going to move on. However, if you're watching this and you feel my energy and words might help other people, please do share this live broadcast in other light worker groups. And I talk in general terms about what I know, as well as giving the readings. So if you want to ask questions, then type those up. But I'm now going to all right, move on to somebody else and link to his or her energy. Hello, Casey. Hi, Sarah. Yeah, all right. So Sarah Louise Tilsley has asked a very pertinent question. Of course, she's asking about the fires, and we all know what's happening, and we know about the devastation now. I'm going to talk about a light worker group that I was with yesterday as an example of how you can help and what you can do. And this doesn't matter if you're in a group or you want to set up an online group and do it live, or whether you want to work on your own with your guide team. The effect and the energy that comes through will all be gratefully received and added to the energy that's going out. Okay, so I went to a friend of mine's group yesterday, an earth healing group, and I knew before I went, because my guide told me we would be focusing on the Amazon fires. So what we did is she did a guided meditation, which was beautiful. And before she did that, of course, she asked us to draw in our protection around us, whether we're working with Archangel Michael or whether we're working with other energies plus. She also brought down a pyramid of white light from her spiritual connection. Now, you don't need to know who your spiritual connection is. She does, but it's not essential. The intention is what's essential. So if you sit and you light a candle and you intend to connect to Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Michael, or the elementals, that is exactly what your energy, your essence, your spirit will be doing. They hear you and respond. This is universal law. All right? So it doesn't matter if you're not clairvoyant, if you're not clairaudient. All you need is a good heart and a desire to help, and you can do this work. And in doing the work, of course, you develop anyway as you draw the light through you. So we protected ourselves, and then she took us on a journey where we visualized the rainforest, and many of us actually felt the energy coming up. And what we did is we asked the angels to come in. Now, you don't need to name specific angels. You can if you want to, or you can name those that you want to name and ask for any angels also that can help that you might not know the name of to join. So we had a huge collective of angelic energies, angelic beings from the many different dimensions of angelic realms. We opened the door for them, same way as we do with our guides and the rest of the spirit world. So we went in the visualization to the Amazon, and we could sense that we were there. The energy was very different. And we watched the angels open a doorway, a golden doorway, and we saw how they took through that doorway the spirits of the animals, the snakes, the spiders, the insects, all of living life that had been lost in the fires. And the angels soothed them, they healed them, they helped them. It was like a mass exodus of those that had been caught. So of course they receive healing as they're taken through into the higher dimensions. And one of the angels working with us, of course, was Archangel Azrael. Archangel Azrael, who is the angel who takes the souls of those that have passed, and not only humans, all of living life, over to the other side. And they're held in love and healing energy as they go. That was one of the things that we were able to do, and that station permanently anchored and held by the angelic realms. So basically, once we've opened the door and they are in, they will then continue the work. You don't have to stay with them throughout, and you also don't have to think that it only lasts for the time that you're working. We opened the door for spirit, and then what we did is we called the Intergalactic Council of Light. And at that point, those of you who work with the Intergalactic Council will know that the Intergalactic Council is made up of many beings of light from throughout the galaxy and the universes, the angelics, also the ascended masters like Lord Katumi, Kuan Yin, Serapis Bey, many of the well-known masters that are on the board of karma for this planet, and also the galactic beings, Commander Ashtar. I'm just smiling because and pausing because you probably couldn't see that, but a very, very fine white feathery thing just came down here. It was so fine, but I've lost it on my white towel. All right. However, we called the Intergalactic Council, and we saw the star beings, Pleiadians, Sirians, Andromedans, all of the collective that make up. They have representatives, ambassadors, who are part of the Intergalactic Council that will assist Earth. So our work was twofold. We then called them in, and we were transported to above the planet among the stars, and we saw the grid work of light around our planet, the grid work. And into that grid work, as we held space, as we opened the door, the human medium opens the door, the human soul. Don't need to call yourself a medium. your intent is to open the door, you can. We all have equal light and power and ability in us if only we awaken to it. So the Intergalactic Council came down and energized the grids, bringing the light in through the grid works, and they organize and work with the elementals. And we saw that the wind elementals are changing the direction of the winds. So all of this is done distantly. And we also asked for karmic dispensation for the leaders of the planet, those in positions of power and influence that can help. And what we saw when we did that is a member of the Intergalactic Council coming to many third dimensional leaders on the earth, governmental powers. Now, although those third dimensional leaders may not be yet open to the light, what's going to happen when you have a being of light standing next to you? What's going to happen is that light is going to begin to gradually and slowly infiltrate into your energy field. It's going to be healing and it's going to be elevating your consciousness. So by having a high ascended master being with a third dimensional being, an effect is produced, an effect which everybody can ask for, the level of consciousness to be raised. Now, once your consciousness raises, you make very different choices and you have very different opinions as you open up to the magnificence of life. So this implements change. So that was threefold. For those that might have missed the beginning of why I was saying this, it was about a question that Sarah asked about the fires and what we can do. And I was saying that everybody can ask the angels to go in. Everybody can petition the angelic realms, the Intergalactic Council, and ask angels of peace and angels of karmic dispensation under the law of grace. We have the law of grace on this planet, and that means by invoking an angel of grace, you can ask for grace, which is the release of karma for anybody or any situation. It's very, very powerful work, and it makes a massive difference. Believe me, you're hugely powerful, and I believe the more people that wake up to that fact are going to be very delighted, because the moment you wake up, you don't look back because you don't want to. And the higher your consciousness goes, the better you feel and the healthier you are, and the more wonderful life becomes. There is no turning back. There's no desire to. Simples. Simples. So I hope that's answered Sarah's question and given some food for thought, some inspiration for other people watching. Okay, so I'm going to move on and go to somebody else's light that I can see watching me now. Hi, Eleanor. Hi, Diana Cole. Hi, Diana Cole. Lovely to see you, your energy coming in there. And hi, Tracy. Where am I going? I'm asking in my mind. I'm just waiting. Okay, so I am drawn to go to Tracy. Where's she gone? There we go, up the screen. Tracy DeVires. Hello, who would love some guidance. Okay, well, let's see what we can do for Tracy. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, so I feel as I link with Tracy's energy that she tries to be a diplomat in how she talks to people. She tries always to be balanced and to get the measure of people before she speaks to people and encounters situations. There's certainly nothing brazen about her energy. It's a very nice energy. I wonder whether you've been giving instruction to somebody recently, because I'm hearing that word in my mind. A very diplomatic soul. You like to keep the balance. was the other thing I was picking up with you. And also my guide is showing me that there's a lovely hue, a shade of mid pink in your aura, and of course pinks talk about love, the love energy. Yeah. Okay, so let's pick a card now. This is for Tracy. Okay, so let's see what we have here. And the card is from the Unicorn Oracle deck by Francesca. I've got to say the name, haven't I? It would be unfair to use her cards without saying who she is. So here we are, the Oracle of the Unicorns. And her name is Cordelia Francesca Babs, but the illustrations, of course, are not hers. These are by various artists, and I always think the artists should go on the front with the people that write the words. Often it's the art and the pictures that give us so much more of the message than the words. But hey ho, maybe the publishers don't want to put too much writing on the front. So back to Chase's card of growth. So the card says, seek out a mentor or a guide, take baby steps as you grow, and be willing to learn from others. So my impression is you're somebody seeking spiritual truth, and I suspect there's been an element of not being sure, and also not being sure if you're right, when you feel things, when you sense things, and not knowing whether to go forward or not, because things haven't felt quite right. Now honour that if it doesn't feel quite right. Ask your angels and your guides to bring you into contact with vibrations and people of things that are right, are the right resonance for you. And I also feel that you've been wanting to muster your strength and get around to doing something for a very long time. And I want to say to you that you should go ahead. You should go ahead and get that organised because you won't regret it. Now, I don't know what that is exactly. I only know what I've told you. I'm hearing that and just repeating it to you verbally, but I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Okay. And there's a lot you can do. There's a lot you can do. And you underrate yourself. You really do underrate yourself, as do many spiritual people. Do you know, it's so funny, isn't it? The people that are less spiritual, empty vessels make most noise because they have less concern, perhaps, about getting it right. They have less concern about what they're saying and to whom and what those effects of that might be. But I believe it's, for me, unless I'm pretty much absolutely sure that I'm saying something and I've got it right, I don't say anything because I would not like to take somebody down the wrong path. Anyway, I've digressed slightly there, haven't I? So go ahead was the main key point of that for Tracy. Okay. Right, so I'm moving on to Karen James, who's asked me a question. Yay! Thank you, Karen. Karen's asked me, she said, I'm having car problems and nothing can be found wrong with it. What is this telling me? And any other messages? My impression, Karen, is that the car, of course, is about going forward, movement, and not moving forward. When there's something wrong with the car symbolizes moving forward. So it's about looking inside yourself, because your car and your home are representative of you. Same for all of us. And the home and what's in it reflects us. So something jammed or not working correctly in the car equals similar within your own self. That is the mirror. So this requires inner work, Karen, and I think it requires coming to terms with something inside of yourself. It could be loss, it could be the loss of somebody. I do feel it's about a juncture in your life with a lot of distress going back a little while, and perhaps the departure of a dear loved one that is still suppressed, buried in your emotional energy. And as we all know, what that then does is when we have a blockage, it stops the flow of light moving through us. And when we stop the flow of light moving through us, we're basically stopping change. Yeah, that is what I want to give you, Karen. All right, I hope that's made sense to you. And I'm going to move on. Hello, Anne-Marie. Lovely to see your rainbow, unicorn and butterfly. Thank you. And thank you also to Sarah, Louise, for the feedback on the information. Okay, hello, Bernadette. Oh, bonjour, I should say, to Bernadette, the lovely Bernadette there, who I know is located in France, en France. Terrible accent, us British, dreadful. Do you know the best thing about British? The best languages us British can speak? Australian, Canadian and American. Oh, you lovely Europeans who are so bilingual and so fluent and so good at languages. So let's see now. Bernadette, Bernadette, Bernadette. Bernadette with a beautiful energy and loving light. So are you laying down strong plans, Bernadette, of how you're going forward? Because I really want you to with your work. I want you to implement and organise and set your target and use your energy and what you've got to propel, move yourself forward, because you know by moving yourself forward you are a cog in the wheel of many people who you will then move forward. I want you, Bernadette, to really get motivated and bring it to fruition. I really want your engine running in your car. Which I'm sure it is, but I want you to bring this into the third dimensional. I want you to get practical. I just feel this lovely light and energy, and I want more of it. And I want more of it out there, helping, teaching. But in order to do that, I want you to put your focus into products and into channeling it out so people can benefit and find you. Yeah, that's my encouragement for Bernadette, and she's going to do just fine, just fine. This is me encouraging Bernadette. And also I see remotely, distantly, as I look at the lovely Bernadette's energy, that there's lots of greens above her crown chakras, beautiful light to mid greens. And this is the energy, the new thoughts and the new inspiration coming in from spirit. So that's coming into your crown and into your vibration. Lots of support from the spirit world, lots of cheering from the spirit side as well. You're very well loved and supported. And it's quite joyful, actually, to connect to your light. And I need to leave you now because I'm really doing snapshots energetically for people that have joined. Hello to the lovely Brenda Linley and the lovely Sandra Matai. One day she'll tell me if I've managed to pronounce her surname correctly. I just hope that I have. So Brenda Linley today is an anniversary follower. So that tells me I must have set this page up. An anniversary follower is the person that joined on this day either last year or the day before. I think I started this page 2 years ago today. So dear Brenda, my anniversary follower, and I know there are several I've seen coming up on the live feed, I'm going to come to lovely Brenda Lindley with a card from the Oracle of the Unicorns for Brenda Lindley. And so as I link with Brenda's energy, I can feel her groundedness, and also I'm aware that she might have been puffing a bit with walking or moving physically today, a little bit short of breath perhaps. Okay, look after your exercise plan, Brenda Lindley, because fitness easily goes, doesn't it? Our level of fitness, I notice that when I stop swimming for a while, but when I get back into it, my level of fitness and energy increases equally rapidly. So exercise, Brenda Lindley. And a card for Brenda. Coming up here. And the card is intention, isn't it? Intention. Be clear and decisive. Focus on what you really want and be bold with your request to the universe. Brenda Lindley, who doesn't do very much about what she wants, is the go-to person for other people. And you're not to let other people drain you, Brenda Lindley. This lifetime is for you too, my lovely, for you to enjoy it. And what flourishes you and your soul is so important. I think that's a key thing for you, Brenda, because when we've got that and we know that and we've mastered that, we are passing that know-how onto other people in our circles. And it is important that we all honour ourselves and that all us light workers and people that want to help, who might not even call themselves light workers, they might be working in the hospitals, the hospices, the canteens, the gardens, wherever, that we're not just net givers all the time. There must be an intake to keep giving. And I'd love you to do more nourishing, kind things for Brenda. Brenda, give love to yourself. Be kind to yourself. And I also want to talk to you about somebody being temperamental around you. Just at the moment, there's another an energy coming into yours, which is a temperamental energy. They are a little bit mixed up. It's not your. It's not the case that you need to do more, or you've not done enough, or just leave it. Just leave it, because there is also this message that sometimes the more we wrap somebody up in our love and support, it disables them in the sense that it kind of takes them away from learning what they need to figure out themselves. You know, we can overlove. I've done it myself. Today is the 2 years anniversary of my last relationship breaking up, I notice on my memories 2 years ago. Somebody who really wasn't right for me, actually, but I gave far, far, far too much to try and fix them and mend them, and they then were just depleting me and not standing on their own 2 feet. So I learned that lesson then, and I try to implement it in my life, because everybody needs to find their own strength and do it for themselves. So I hope that's made sense for Brenda, and I shall move on. Hello to other people. Hello Bernadette. Hello Manuela. Hello Jennifer. Hello Paula. Hello, Tian, I think. Okay, so okay, so somebody's put a crying symbol up there. I don't want any tears. Don't want any tears. I would like, while people are watching this, for them to enjoy the energy that I know I'm channeling through. This comes from the beings that work with me, that will work with you, that will work with everybody. Beings of light come to everybody who asks. The essential part is you asking. Okay, so there are more beings of light than there are people incarnated. There are more beings of light than there are animals incarnated. Their reach is beyond what we can comprehend. So do ask, you know, if you want healing, you want support, you want love, this is not coming from me per se. I'm just holding space and energy and to allow the angels and the higher beings to touch other lives and other people and hopefully inspire some of you. Hi L. Kelly, hi Kashif, hi Johnny. Right, let me see now then where I need to go to. I'm just seeing where I feel drawn. Okay, so I am going to come next to L. Kelly Joel, who sent me some lovely green hearts and some angels. Yes, I'm going to come to you, L. Kelly Joel, and I am going to pick a card. Well, you'll laugh at this end. I've got to show you. I picked my card deck up and an earring, right? But I'm not going to give you the earring. I'm definitely going to give you a card. This is how it goes on in the Jacqueline Piper household, you see. There are things with other things. I couldn't find that earlier, which is why I've got odd earrings in today. Never mind. We will now progress for L. Kelly. Let's see now. Okay. So I like your energy as I connect to you. What I like about it is the moment I reached out with my energy field to touch on yours, I felt a warmth. So I'm going to comment that you're a warm person, and also my impression can go a little further than that. I feel very comfortable with your energy, as I'm sure do lots of people, and I have an impression that if I met you in person, I would like you and you would be very comfortable to be around, and there's this nice energy. And your card is, oh, it's intuition. And the card is, listen to the whispers of your heart. Use divination tools to help you decide. Trust your intuition no matter what. Trust your intuition no matter, oh goodness me. So I've got to say to you, how many times have you had a sense or a feeling about somebody and ignored it? How many times have you given somebody the benefit of a doubt and you have explained that away in your mind, or listened to excuses or reasons which have been cover-ups, and you should have listened to your intuition in the first place? And I'm pretty sure this is going to resonate with lots of other people too. Often that happens. One person's reading will resonate for many others. And I feel that there has been this emotional sadness around you. This is L. Kelly. Okay, well, I just looked up and seen she's asked, or there's an actual question. Please, can you feel the energy to do with love as we cannot be together at the moment through circumstances, are you able to tell me when we are going to be together? So clearly you're estranged from somebody who you would love to be with. And okay, so feeling into the energy, I can feel now this sense of hard times, and also that this really matters to you. You feel so strongly about it, and the circumstances, but the timing's not right, is it? The timing isn't right for you to be together. And this is not a quick fix. I'm sorry to tell you, this is not a quick fix situation. Now, I know that because as I question my guides with my mind, I look down the timelines and I see like this hard knotted energy going further into the future. So there is not, this is not resolved soon. It is a karmic situation. Clearly you are with somebody that you recognize on a soul level, and this is somebody that you have been estranged from before in other lifetimes. So you are in a repeat pattern. You are feeling the pain and the trauma, the separation that you felt before. When this happens again in this lifetime, it feels doubly, triply painful, because it's a repeating pattern. So I know then that I want to talk to you about doing karmic clearing work. Meditate. Now you might say, I want practical results, and I will say to you, if you change your energy and you clear the energy, you change your life. You can alter situations in your life. You can change the outcome of upcoming situations. You can harmonize, help, smooth, lighten karmic burdens, and things shape up in a better way. Clearly, it also depends on the soul agreement that you have with this other soul. But I know that the limitation energetically is a karmic residue. So I'm going to give you that, and I'm going to hope that you do work on this. And if you don't know how to do karmic release work, go onto my YouTube channel. I've put 3 videos up there, karmic release videos, Jacqueline Mary Piper on YouTube, and you can follow those, which will teach you how to work with the lords of karma, the angels of karma, how to get that connection. And you can follow it as often as you like. Every time you do this work, a little more can be dissolved and resolved, lightening up the whole experience. So that's very valuable work to do, and I'm going to leave you with that thought and hope that you take my advice, and hope that you send me a message in 6 months' time and tell me how regularly you're doing that work and how you notice the shifts and the changes and how they came tangibly into your physical life. Right, okay. All right, thank you, Bernadette, for your comment and your hearts. Oh, that was my phone falling off the side. Have you heard a bang? Let's see now where I need to go. All right, El Kelly, I've already answered your question and told you the spiritual guidance there of what to do. Okay, so I'm just trying to discern where I need to go next. Hi, Bernadette O'Rourke. Okay. Thank you for the hearts. Whoever's sending hearts, they will come up my side. When you press hearts, they come up in a stream, like they go over a rainbow shape of hearts. It's really nice, this end. So, hi Paula. Oh, who's says she's listening to It's Cool to Hear Me with Bernadette. Yes, right, okay. I know where I'm headed. I am now headed to Bernadette O'Rourke. Bernadette O'Rourke. Let's see now. I need to pick you a card, Bernadette O'Rourke. And this will come from my Unicorn Oracle. This is for Bernadette O'Rourke. I wonder whether Bernadette O'Rourke spends time wondering about the mysteries of life. I feel that you do. The spiritual mysteries fascinate you. It's the intuition card again. Look at that. Listen to the whispers of your heart. Use divination tools to help you decide. I feel that you're fascinated by all of this kind of thing and want to know how it works and how it possibly can work. It's not just that, it's the greater mysteries of life. I wonder whether you are interested in how the pyramids were built and that kind of thing, the lost city of Atlantis, star beings, everything like that. I just feel that you are open-minded. It is the phrase that my guides just put into my ears, into my head. Open-minded, and you love exploring, and there is a thirst for knowledge, which is lovely. That of course will lead you in the right direction. I just feel you find Earth a very, very interesting place. Right, let's see what else I can get for you, Bernadette O'Rourke. I feel you're a happy person. I get laughter around you. I really like that happy energy and the vibrancy. And also I know that you don't let things get you down. If things go wrong, you believe in growing and moving past them and not letting them spoil the day, the occasion, or life. And that's PMA, positive mental attitude, which I think you're very good at. I wonder whether you miss somebody. I also feel that there is a sense that you miss somebody that's gone, and this would be somebody on the other side. And I feel this is probably a female that you miss, and I'm being told to say to you that they are still around you. I feel this person would have been a strong influence on you, that their energy was very strong. So I'm feeling this is mum or grandmother energy, and she is also very warm, a very strong and warm person that was equal to her life. She was good at managing things. She was managed very well, and she was a very capable person, and a rock for you also, and she is around you. And she also liked learning, and she wants me to tell you that when you're reading or observing, learning, watching, she's with you too. Do you sometimes feel her around you? Because the intuition card comes in here, and this is all part of my message for you. The intuition is that when you feel her around you, she is. You know, when you feel somebody around you in the spirit world, from spirit, and they fleetingly come into your mind, it's because they are telling you that they're there. Do you have warm blankets around you at home that when it's chilly, you like to wrap up in? That's something else that I'm being shown around you. And I know that you like to take care of your home, and there might have been a period of feeling a sense of loneliness as well, and possibly that connects in with what I'm telling you about this lovely lady, whose beautiful energy is soft as well as strong. She wouldn't take any nonsense from other people. You know, she'd put you right, but she loved you. She really, really loved you. And of course, I want to tell you that she's here with me, just very gently in my energy. I felt that she was fairly tall, not a short lady, and the love she put into my heart made me feel love that I want to tell you about. She also wants me, before I go from you, to tell you about the significance of watching two birds in the sky. When you see two birds, look out for that. This is her sign that she's always with you. It's symbolic of you as the one bird and her as the second. Do look out for this. If you haven't seen it already, you will see it. And this is her confirming what I'm talking about to you now, all right? So this will happen, and be sure that it's her, because it really is. All right, lovely? Okay. Okay. So there we are. I'm going to go, but I will be back with more angel hours, and I look forward to reading for lots more people, and of course seeing people at my workshops that are on my events list, which are selling out pretty quickly, but I'm loading up new ones all of the time, and my Zoom class for the Lemurian energy attunements, that also is coming up in a couple of weeks' time for those interested. So lots of love to everybody, and enjoy the energies. Keep them with you. Keep working with spirit. Keep talking to your angels and bringing them into your life and the life of your loved ones. Bye-bye.